Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ray Freitas. During the COVID-19 crisis, we suffered from a lot of things. Financial disruption, job loss, marriages ended in divorce, weddings were canceled, but there was a whole other crisis going on, and that was the mental health crisis. Now let me tell you something about mental health. I've suffered from mental health for most of my life. In fact, when I was a child, I was very depressed. My parents were divorced at age 5, and I had a separated household. I didn't get along with anyone at school. I was teased, I was bullied, and all of a sudden, my grandmother had died, and I broke. I couldn't handle it anymore. My body just could not handle all of these thoughts and racing thoughts and emotions. I was put into a hospital for a week, and they didn't know if I was going to come back to reality. But what helped me was the love I had from my family, the understanding I had from certain members of my family. But it was acceptance. It was accepting that something did happen. Not that anything's wrong with me, but something happened that changed the scope of my brain. I actually look at it as a positive. Prior to this break, I wasn't the best at math. I wasn't the best at reading comprehension, but I could learn by ear. And since this break, I've become more analytical and more about spiritual and self-development for myself. Because that's the only way I was going to grow as a person. But I've also learned how to help others in a way that I can. Because I know mental health matters. And it's gone on far too long for it to be unnoticed. So if you're suffering from anxiety and depression and bipolar depression, schizophrenia, OCPD, OCD, ADD, ADHD, all these mental health disorders, just know and understand that with acceptance and love for yourself, you don't have to get wrapped up into your condition. Don't allow the condition to control you. You can now control your condition. And if you control your condition, that means you can control other things. So many of us are worried about the things that are out of our control, which can also hurt and affect mental health. But once we understand to control our worlds and what we can control, and not worry about the outside world, that's when we become control of our emotions. I'm not perfect. I still get in arguments. I still have emotions. I still get depressed. There are times where I'm happy. There are times when I'm angry. Those are all human nature emotions. But when it gets to the point that they're out of control, that's the time to get help. Your mental health matters. Your life matters. And for years and years and years, I thought I was never going to be someone in life because of what happened to me. I don't want this to happen to you, which is why I'm launching myself as a motivational speaker for people who can't step up and talk for themselves. They haven't accepted this fact yet. And I want to be a motivational speaker and give them a voice because they feel they're voiceless. People that suffer from mental health, they feel like they have nowhere to turn to. And for years, I went in through my own therapy to resolve past issues. I've opened myself to other alternative therapies like hypnotherapy and biomagnetic therapy, which have helped immensely. And I've come to realize that a lot of my mental health issues were not mental. They were emotional. And they have never been addressed. So think about it. If a lot of these issues are emotional and not anything wrong with their brain, think about if we just start talking about our emotions and how we're feeling. And think of the path they could take after that. It's time for the mental health community to stand up and say, hey, look, we need help. And we want more programs, and we want more of a service. But that's not going to happen if you don't take action. That's not going to happen if you don't take action on your part. The therapist and the hypnotherapist is not going to know you exist unless you call for help. That spiritual coach who can, like myself, who can help you achieve your goals and develop yourself as a person, can't help you if you don't reach out for help. It's so hard living with mental health because you feel like you're alone, but no one is alone with this. Everybody suffers from something, it's whether they acknowledge it or not. The environment is getting worse, more polluted. We're less and less involved with nature, so we're going to see more issues like this. And I know you can do it because I believe in you. If I could be a mental health success story, if I could love myself and I can accept what happened to me when I was 17 was just a one-time thing, and I'm not wrapped up in my condition, I know you can do it too. I know that you have the power to make decisions in your life to better your life. But we must heal from the past in order to move on to the present and into the future. And once you heal your past wounds, you are ready for spiritual and self-development in your life. And we never know where that can take you. So please, ask for help. Reach out to someone that you trust and you understand. Because you can take control of your life. Don't let the condition control you.